good evening. I'm Shreya Dhoundial. It is good to see you. The Election Commission, perpetually in the crosshairs of the opposition, is once again in the line of fire. A day after announcing election dates to 4 states and 1 union territory, today the Election Commission got down to doing something that has got the goat of West Bengal's Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who just, by the way, held a massive rally in Calcutta today, protesting against the shortage, and she's claiming a shortage of LPG. Anyhow, the Election Commission, as is standard operating procedure, initiated a major bureaucratic reshuffle in the dead of the night. Amongst the 6 top officers who were transferred out by the Election Commission are the Chief Secretary of West Bengal, the Principal Secretary, the DG and the IGP, the Kolkata Police Commissioner, amongst others. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the TMC is saying that the Election Commission is acting at the behest of the BJP and doesn't want officers who will stop the BJP from making mischief during elections. The Chief Minister has called the move anti-Bengali and anti-women, and has rather dramatically added that if something were to happen to her, the PM will have to take responsibility. Listen in.
Chief Secretary Bangali Mohila, or anti-women, আগে নিয়ম ছিল আমাদের স্টেট গভর্নমেন্টের কাছে লিস্ট চাইতে আমরা 3টে করে নাম পাঠাতাম তার থেকে ওনারা সিলেক্ট করতেন.
Sure enough, the matter erupted in Parliament as well, and then it spilled over.
Sir, in the dead of night, the Chief Secretary, the Principal Secretary, the Home Secretary have been removed by the Election Commission, sir. They have all the power. They have all the power to do it. Sir, they have all the power to do it. They can also say, I'm wearing a blue shirt and not a white shirt. No disturbing the House in protest against what the Chief Election Commissioner is doing. We, my party, the All India Trinamool Congress, is walking out for the day.
और मैं ये मानता हूं कि संवैधानिक संस्थाओं का इज्जत करना चाहिए. तृणमूल कांग्रेस और कांग्रेस पार्टी हमेशा संवैधानिक संस्थाओं को हमला करने का ये आदत बनाया हुआ है.
The Election Commission is misusing its powers. It has the power at the moment, but it is misusing these powers to damage the elected government in Bengal.
देखिए, तो इलेक्शन कमीशन ने तय किया है ना, क्योंकि ये इतने बायस है, ये जो अफसरों को हटाया गया, इनके अगर आप कार्यकाल देखेंगे, इनकी जो डिसीजन देखेंगे, इतने बायसनेस है. ममता बनर्जी बोलेगी यहाँ पे बैठी रहो तो यहाँ पे बैठी रहेगी, खाना मत खाओ तो खाना भी नहीं खाएगी. तो ऐसे लोग हैं, तो इनको हटाना ही तो सही है. इलेक्शन कमीशन ने सही काम किया.
अपने मालिकों को खुश करने के लिए चुनाव आयोग ने किया है. इनके मालिक कौन हैं? प्रधानमंत्री, जो देश के प्रचार मंत्री हैं नरेंद्र मोदी जी, साथ में घुसपैठिया मंत्रालय के जो मंत्री हैं अमित शाह. घुसपैठिया तो एक भी नहीं निकला. तो ये लोग किसी को भी निकाल लें, लेकिन ममता बंदोपाध्याय, ममता बनर्जी को बंगाल की जनता के दिल से नहीं निकाल सकते.
जहां तक बंगाल में डीजीपी या सीएस के तबादले का सवाल है, इस पर कोई राजनीति नहीं होनी चाहिए. इसका कारण महाराष्ट्र में जब चुनाव हुए थे, उस समय महाराष्ट्र में बीजेपी की सरकार होने के बावजूद इलेक्शन कमीशन ने उस समय ये ठीक समझा था और महाराष्ट्र को नया डीजीपी दिया था और महाराष्ट्र को नए चीफ सेक्रेटरी भी दिए थे. तो इसलिए ये केवल बंगाल में किसी और पार्टी की सरकार है इसके लिए हुआ, ये कहना सही नहीं है.
And ladies and gentlemen, it isn't just the TMC. The Congress and the DMK do have an axe to grind today with the Election Commission on other issues as well. All opposition parties essentially are complaining that the Election Commission fixes dates for elections only after consulting the BJP.
दो चीजें हैं. मैं समझता हूं कि चुनाव आयोग आज भी जिस प्रकार एक्ट कर रही है वो बहुत खुलेआम तरीके से मैं कह सकता हूं कि जो चीजें नजर आ रही है कितने वो बायस्ड है. एक दिन पहले बंगाल में प्रधानमंत्री जी 16,800 करोड़ के शिलान्यास उद्घाटन करते हैं. वेरी नेक्स्ट डे चुनाव आयोग घोषणा करती है. संयोग नहीं है, ये मैच फिक्स्ड है.
8 फेज से अब 2 फेज का इलेक्शन वेस्ट बंगाल में हुआ है, उसका मैं स्वागत करती हूँ। पर सवाल अब ये है कि 3 राज्यों में 9 अप्रैल को चुनाव है और जो उसका रिजल्ट आएगा मई में आएगा, तो पूरा 1 महीना लगभग 1 महीना लोगों को इंतजार करना पड़ेगा सरकार बहाल होने में। दूसरी इंपॉर्टेंट बात जो उन्होंने अभी चेंज किया है, 4 राज्यों का और 1 यूनियन टेरिटरी का अनाउंस किया है, पर जो कार्रवाई हो रही है तबादले की वो सिर्फ वेस्ट बंगाल में हो रही है। दिख रहा है किस तरीके का एक खौफ बना हुआ है ममता बनर्जी को लेकर, जहां पे वो उम्मीद कर रहे हैं साम दाम दंड भेद का इस्तेमाल कर उनको उनकी जगह से हटाया जाए, पर वो ना जगह से हटने वाली हैं, क्योंकि उनका जो विश्वास, जनता से जीता हुआ विश्वास है, वही उनको फिर से एक बार सरकार बनाने का मौका देगा।
See the pattern of date which Election Commission announced. Election Commission completely losing that capacity as a neutral player. You can see 14 our Prime Minister's tour program over. 15 they announced the election declared. Then 15th election declared. 16 notification come.
So the simple question this evening, isn't the transfer of IAS and IPS officers in poll-bound states a regular practice? Therefore, is the TMC drumming up an issue out of a non-issue, or making an issue out of a non-issue, to put it better? My guest this evening, Siddharth Yadav, spokesperson of the BJP. Thank you very much. Tausif Ahmed Khan, lawyer, political analyst, joining us on the broadcast. Hi, Tausif. Good to have you on the show. Speaking on behalf of the TMC, good evening. Rohan Mitra, spokesperson of the Congress party, because they have a list of grouses against the Election Commission as well. And Mr. Saravanan from the DMK, I believe, will be joining us as well this evening. Thank you all very much. Tausif Ahmed Khan, can I please ask you to help our viewers understand what exactly is the problem if top bureaucrats are shuffled and reshuffled before an election? This happens every time. It happens in all states. It happens in BJP-run states as well. What is the problem if it happens in West Bengal?
You see, it is expected that after the Model Code of Conduct, Election Commission will take decisions, and that may include, transfer of senior police officers or IAS officers. But the problem is when the Chief Election Commission starts taking instructions from BJP. Take a look at 2016. The election was held in 7 phases. In 2021, election was held in 8 phases. And during those 2 elections, Trinamool Congress, Mamata Banerjee repeatedly requested the Election Commission to reduce the number of phases. But BJP, on the other hand, wanted the Election Commission to conduct elections on so many number of phases, because their narrative was that there's a law and order situation. They wanted central government forces to be on the ground. And now in 2026, BJP has requested Election Commission to conduct the election in 2 phases.
No, so did the TMC want elections in Bengal to span over 8 phases like last time? Nahi, na? You wanted the same thing.
No. It's not a question whether, it's not a question. The question is whose instructions, on whose behest Election Commission is acting. Because BJP has said in 2026 that you have to conduct election in 2 phases, they are doing so. Because BJP said in 2021 you conduct election in 8 phases, they did so. Mamata Banerjee repeatedly requested that to reduce the number of phases. Point is, you are not acting on your own. You are not acting independently. You are taking instructions from BJP. Can BJP deny that they did not request for reducing the number of phases in election this time?
Mr. Tausif Khan, my question, okay, I will put that question to the BJP, but again, I asked you a simple question. Isn't it standard operating procedure, SOP, for election commissions to reshuffle the bureaucratic order in the state that is going to elections? Yes, it is. It happens in BJP ruled states. It is happening in TMC ruled states. It will happen in DMK ruled states also. What is the problem in that? Why create such a tamasha out of that? That you walk out of parliament and say we protest.
Have you ever seen that a chief election commission against whom in the parliament a notice for impeachment is signed by 193 members of parliament?
Not answering my question again.
And that, yes, because there is no confidence. This election commission is an employee acting like an employee of the BJP.
So, sir, I have asked you one question twice. For both, you have given me different answers, raised different issues, but not stuck to the issue that I'm asking you. I will try one last time. I'm again asking you, what is the problem in transferring top IAS and IPS officers by the Election Commission before an election? It happens every time. Why create such a hue and cry about it and say that the Election Commission is compromised? It is taking orders from the BJP. Just answer this question.
I'm answering this question. You asked what is the problem if the Election Commission is transferring officers. The problem is they are taking instructions of BJP. They are acting on behest of BJP. It is not the independent decision. Had it been the independent decision, they would have acceded to the request of Trinamool to reduce the number of phases in 2021 and 2016. It is because BJP has requested them this time.
Will transferring IAS and IPS officers IPS officers actually influence the results? Nahi na?
No, it will not, because people of Bengal is with Mamata Banerjee. Today itself, Mamata Banerjee was walking on the street. There was a huge rally against the LPG prices. You can see the support of the people. Can BJP gather so many of people in Bengal? They cannot. Therefore, they are using Election Commission, they are using central forces, they are using CED, they are using CBI. Every union government agency which is in their hand, they are using it to win this election. Still, they have failed. Time and again. Third time in a row they have failed. This time again they can try.
Siddharth Yadav, would you want to come in? I've asked one question repeatedly to the TMC. I've still not got an answer. Would you want to come in? Essentially, one of the leaders has said that what the Election Commission is trying to do is to put officers who are close to the BJP in place so that all mischief can be made during elections.
Good evening, Shreya. Good evening to all your viewers. I think if someone has to teach a lesson to political science students, they should take out a clip from your this debate of the initial part and tell the students what political rhetoric or just false allegations and propaganda can be. You ask a simple question. I tried half a dozen of times to understand what is the problem with the TMC. I could not get an answer. So essentially my friend from the TMC is saying in 2021 they wanted the elections to be in lesser phases. Today the elections are happening in lesser phases, in just 2 phases, but they are not happy. Mamata Banerjee was happy then, but she is not happy today just because the decision is taken now and not in 2021. I could not understand the real problem. What essentially has to be understood is West Bengal has been pushed to the corner by this government and this chief minister. The kind of violence that we see in West Bengal, the kind of post-poll violence that we see, the kind of government influence that we see in elections, the kind of unfair play that we see in elections is unprecedented. What Bengal is witnessing today, no other state is witnessing in the country. And being a border state, it becomes very critical that free and fair elections are conducted. Now we know that how Mamata Banerjee rewards the officers who work very hard for her. We have a very classic example of Rajiv Kumar, who was the ex-DGP, who was sacked, who was biased, who was corrupt, and Mamata Banerjee sent her to Rajya Sabha, giving a message to bureaucracy that if you pledge your allegiance to Mamata Banerjee, if you pledge your allegiance to TMC, I will reward you like anything. The government in West Bengal is not the government of West Bengal, it is the government of TMC. And when this is the situation, just allow me 10 seconds. When this is the situation, Article 324 of our Constitution mandates the Election Commission to ensure every time that a free and fair elections had happened. Now, I just ask this simple question. Why don't you ask this question when in 2024, the DGP of Bihar was changed, of Uttarakhand was changed, of Gujarat was changed, Home Secretary was changed, DGP of Maharashtra was changed? Why don't you ask these questions then? These are routine exercises. But the people who are just too overwhelmed with political rhetoric and who cannot answer on substantial questions have nothing to say on the 15 years of their governance. Only retort to this. Free and fair elections have to happen, and people in bureaucracy who unfairly align with the TMC and Mamata Banerjee should not have the opportunity to work and make these elections unfair. This is the mandate of election.
The point is that the TMC may have a point when they say that you are reshuffling our top officials. Look, the reshuffling has happened for Assam as well. I'm just getting a note from the Election Commission that says that SSPs in 4 or 5 districts have been shifted out. Similarly from Tamil Nadu as well. But again, the Chief Secretary of the state has not been removed, right? And the DGP of the state has not been removed. So the TMC may have a point when they're saying that why is it happening only to us? Yes, you're doing it.
I'm giving you examples of DGP of 6 states. Just 1 year back.
Okay. Okay.
Just 1 year back in 2024 general elections, Bihar, Jharkhand, Himachal, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand.
ठीक है, लेकिन अभी तक
what has come? Secretary of Gujarat.
Okay, but अभी तक what has come from the Election Commission is SSP level officers, both in Assam and in Tamil Nadu being transferred out. Mr. Saravanan, do you like the TMC have a problem with that as well? And if yes, why? We've just had the Maharashtra Chief Minister telling us that when the elections were going to be held in Maharashtra, well, the top brass, including the Chief Secretary, were reshuffled then as well in Maharashtra. Yeah. So if the Election Commission is doing it with a TMC-led state, they are doing it with a BJP-led state as well.
Yeah. See, Mr. Siddharth Yadav was saying that how the TMC is rewarding its officers by making them Rajya Sabha members. If the same yardstick is applied, then we have the classic example of Mr. Ranjan Gogoi. Why did the BJP reward him? And so many ex-chief justices were made governors. And why did the BJP reward them? Will he have answers for that? So that is not the question of bias. If that is the yardstick for bias, then BJP is the biggest culprit. So we cannot have that yardstick. When we speak of transferring officials, the TMC may have a grouse that on the day when the elections were announced, these officers were transferred. See, the question is, what is the reason? Why they have been transferred? Are there any allegations against them? Or somebody made a complaint? How did the ECA come to this conclusion that the Chief Secretary and the DGP in Calcutta, in West Bengal, should be transferred? This is one aspect. Just because the same thing has happened in Maharashtra or in Assam or in any other BJP ruled state will not say that what has happened in Calcutta should also be taken without a pinch of salt. And in the state of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Annamalai in the morning says that the SP in Karur should be transferred. And promptly in the evening, that officer has been transferred by the ECI. What kind of a message is this sending? Is the ECI taking instructions from Annamalai? Or the information is leaked out to Mr. Annamalai so that he is making the claim and the actions are happening? This is the issue with the Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India is the most compromised unit, compromised institution in our country. Yeah, I'll just add one more aspect. With regard to the dates, Pondicherry and Tamil Nadu, both those states have always gone on the same date. Both of them neighboring place. It is just occupying a place within the state of Tamil Nadu. But now it has not been, they have decoupled. Why? Because the BJP has completed its alliance in Pondicherry and the DMK and Congress are still in the, we are yet to finalize. So just to take their advantage, they have announced it in 9th.
But
and for
again,
the state of Tamil Nadu, it is on the 23rd.
Okay. But again, you know, Rohan Mitra, my simple point is, everyone in the world knew, at least anyone who follows newspapers knew, that on the 15th and 16th, either the 15th or the 16th, the dates are going to be announced, right? Now, the dates have been announced. The fact is that everyone is applauding the Election Commission because we don't have 5 million phases, right? We have only 2 phases in West Bengal. The rest of the states vote in 1 phase. It's a good election schedule. What is the problem? Why question everything? Tamil Nadu has one problem. Kerala has another problem. West Bengal has another problem. Everyone has a problem with the Election Commission, all different problems, mostly. What is the Election Commission going to do? How are they going to keep all of you happy?
Good evening, Shreya. It's not about being happy. It's about what is right. You know, the Election Commission is a very important part of our constitution. It has been there. You know, this... without repeating what other people have said, I just wanted to make a quick point here also. There's a sitting MP from the BJP from West Bengal, who was an ex-chief justice, one of the judges in the High Court. and he was a sitting judge. He resigned, and he got a ticket from the BJP, and now he's in the Lok Sabha.
Correct.
Mr. Abhijit Gangabadai. So the BJP keeps forgetting these names, but I don't want to go further into this because the issue at hand is very important. This election commissioner was appointed by a panel which was made to change, which earlier there was the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. We talk about a lot of uniformity, a lot of fairness. When the Congress government was there was a Chief Justice of the Supreme Court who took in the leader of the opposition and the Prime Minister, and they decided who the Chief Justice, the Chief Election Commissioner would be. The SIR process, it has happened 8 times before. It was called the intentional revision. And never before has the SIR, which today has become such a big issue. Shreya, we have 1.2 crore people who are missing from the voter list. I know you're going to cut me out. Just hear me out.
Okay.
The reason for this is when the SIR process was started in Bihar, the BJP leadership, the top leadership now in Bengal, they kept bringing out this narrative that we are going to have more than 1.2 crore people who are going to be removed. And that is what has happened. And the whole part is the voter list has come out, but we have 60 lakh people whose fate is unknown. And including our top leadership, we have ex-MLAs who have been part of, multiple times they've been MLAs. They are in the educated list. So these are the things. I don't have any issues with the Congress party has no issues with the Chief Secretary and the Home Secretary being changed. Because this is, let me answer this quickly. Give me a
give me a minute here because again, Mr. Saravanan was pointing out to this. So for our viewers, we are just putting it out. After the election dates were announced, there are transfers that are happening in Tamil Nadu. There are 4 police officials who have been transferred in Tamil Nadu as well. And there are some who have been transferred in Assam as well. So Siddharth Yadav, I don't have too much time on the show. I'm going to give you the last word. Mr. Saravanan said, why should we not believe that the Election Commission is actually taking orders from the BJP? You have Mr. Annamalai who says only yesterday that the SP of Karur should be changed, and lo and behold, he's been changed in this order. Isn't the Election Commission making it rather obvious?
No, first of all, since a lot of references were made of political appointments, I think we should not forget the example of Baharul Islam, a Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress party from Assam, who was later made a judge. Not a judge who became a Rajya Sabha MP, but a Rajya Sabha MP who was then appointed a judge to the Supreme Court. So that was the thing, how it used to work in Congress time. That's point number 1. Point number 2, if your officers are evident, if officers' biasness is evident, if it is out in open, and if we protest that such officers should not be part of the electoral process, and if decisions are taken on that, what obvious are we talking about? How is it obvious? There are officers, there is bureaucracy, there are police officers, there are IS officers who evidently are favoring the sitting governments, the incumbent governments for the gains and favors, and when elections have to happen, fair, things have to be maintained. Did not the Congress party object to the DGP in Maharashtra in the general elections? And on their request, the DGP was changed? When it happens with BJP, it's all right. But if it happens with DMK, the yardsticks are different. I'm sorry, this can't happen. When it comes down to the Election Commission, Election Commission is acting according to the Constitution of our country. And the people who do not respect the Constitution will only question the functioning of the Election Commission.
We have a long election schedule ahead of us. Let's see how this story progresses. We'll leave it there for the moment. Siddharth Yadav, Tausif Ahmed Khan and Rohan Mitra, thank you very much for your time. Thank you.